It is reported that Israel is considering a U.S.-led initiative to end its war against the Lebanese and also Hezbollah. Now, Israel has concluded that Hezbollah's rocket and missile arsenal has been mostly expended or destroyed, along with the elimination of top-ranking Hezbollah officials. Well, we have to wait and see whether that is true or not, which is why we're going to get the facts straight on those issues before getting to whether there is a truce in the works or not. On whether Hezbollah as an organization has been dismembered, well, Israel would like to make that claim, but that is false. Hezbollah formally inducted Sheikh Naim Qassem to the post of the Secretary General, replacing martyr Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah. On October the 8th, Sheikh Naim Qassem announced that no position is vacant. Hezbollah men are ready on the battlefield, and the victory is on the horizon, which leads us to Hezbollah's arsenal. Now, back on October 30th, which is not too far ago, the deputy head of Hezbollah's political council, Mahmoud Kamati, has said that Hezbollah's missile capabilities are strong and that the stockpile can last a long time. Claims about Hezbollah losing a large part of its missile power are a complete lie. Hezbollah's arsenal stands at 160,000. Not to mention that Hezbollah's deadly rockets are not the most serious threat to Israel. It's Hezbollah's fighters. Just take a look at the numbers there, and you'll reach that conclusion. The death toll obviously being the top one. It points to the direction that Israel doesn't really have a chance on the ground invasion. 90 killed, 750 wounded, 32 Merkava tanks to have been destroyed, and drones also, translating to a daily average of 3 killed or 25 wounded, some days more, some days less, which may be one of the reasons for this peace deal. Now, what's most interesting is that this is a U.S.-led ceasefire plan that the Biden administration has initiated with its envoy Amos Hochstein, with participation from Israeli sources to have Russia, French, and UK officials involved. Now, the U.S. is pushing first for a 60-day suspension of hostilities, while mediators push for a lasting peace deal. The goal, to remove Hezbollah from the border area and to bolster forces in that area. Now, Israel has set 3 conditions for the deal. This comes from an Israeli source. First, Hezbollah must be moved north of the Litani River that you see there in the center of the map there, meaning the expansion of the UN Resolution 1701 zone to at least 18 miles north or 28 kilometers. Second, Israel is demanding an international commitment to establish an enforcement mechanism to prevent Hezbollah from rearming south of the Litani River. Now, Israel insists the enforcement mechanism should be managed by the mediating countries rather than relying on the UN's temporary force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, or the Lebanese army, which is one of the contradictions based on what the Lebanese government has said. Finally, Israel requires operational freedom in Lebanon in case of Hezbollah violations, including the ability to prevent arms smuggling through airstrikes, which means they want unfettered access when it comes to the way that they are going to manage the skies and Lebanese airspace. Now, here is a leaked draft agreement that actually came out between the Lebanese government and the U.S. and, of course, Israel. And this is what it says in it. Lebanon's army is the only legal force in southern Lebanon. That's one of the clauses. It then goes on to expand more on it, which there are about 6 or 7 of them. Any agreement to sell weapons to Lebanon or manufacture weapons there must be approved by the Lebanese government. All of these sound like non-starters if you are taking a look at the details. The Lebanese government will grant the security forces powers to prevent the arming of Hezbollah. That's a big issue that Hezbollah fought back against, and again, sounds like a non-starter. The Lebanese government supervises the transfer of weapons from the borders. They're trying to enforce southern Lebanon to be free of Hezbollah with all of these clauses. And then within 7 days, Israel will withdraw its forces from southern Lebanon and replace the forces of the Lebanese army under the supervision of the United States and other countries. There's one last one. Lebanon will disarm all unofficial military groups in the south within 60 days, all of them to be non-starters.